The 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers. That's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game. But anyway, injuries start to take a toll.
No, but we've done 87 two games. Doesn't mean the teams.
We've done a lot of games in our role here in the
right. We get 2 games a night, remember?
On the set.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying the injuries, they start to take a toll. Not just the big ones, the little ones. Type of injuries I hate are the freak injuries. One time, Ernie, I was walking with my shoes off, stubbed my toe.
That's called barefoot.
That's a freak injury. Stubbed my toe, is out for 6 weeks. So you got to get rest, eat well.
Well, if you kick a brick wall, that's not a...
And man up.
Yeah, maybe you should. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Barefoot.
"2K Sports" checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Minnesota, Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Levine in at the point. Here's Bradley. Wiggins with the block, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Off the inbound pass, and the shot falls short this time. On defense, Philadelphia.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
4 on the shot clock. Garnett kicks to Levine from deep. Okafor grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the middle, here's Smith. Wiggins with the block, but they'll get another chance. Smith outside. Okafor, high post. Philadelphia moving the ball around. No good from Gibson.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Looking over the numbers again, Greg. Wiggins logged a ton of minutes as a rookie. Over 36 minutes a game, Clark. That led all rookies in the NBA.
And how about leading everybody in the league in minutes played after the All-Star break, Kevin? Almost 40 minutes a game is what he averaged after the All-Star break.
Here's Levine. Last game he had 10 points. Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Here's Okafor after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The 76ers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Here's Levine. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go. The 76ers trailing. Smith the pass to Gibson. Back to Smith to the wing right side. And here's Covington from the arc. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Covington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Martin dishes to Levine. Tries to save it. Here's Covington. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Timberwolves trail by 3. Martin kicks to Levine. There's the screen. Here's Towns, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Here's Bradley, following the bucket by the Timberwolves, and the shot is good.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Here's Levine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Martin the pass to Towns. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Taj Gibson picks one up. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year in Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year pro.
Bradley, no one around him. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves trail. Wiggins drives in. Another miss by Minnesota.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Okafor. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for the Timberwolves. Both free throws good from Okafor. Here's Levine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The feed now to Wiggins. That's good.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. And here's Rubio, after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple, and finished off by Martin.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Philadelphia leading by 3.
And with Wiggins' game, He has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
Count that one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Wiggins. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. And it's Martin missing.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Now Pekovic following the miss by Martin from deep. Pekovic with a screen. Shot clock at 5. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Carl Landry's checked in for Okafor. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And Hollis Thompson subbed in for Bradley. Minnesota also with the sub. Miller's checked in. It's deflected. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And stolen by Pekovic. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Miller. And now just a 2-point 76ers lead. Grant outside. Passes it to Noel. Tipped away.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
It's deflected. They get it back. He shoots again and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And here are the 76ers now. Thompson outside. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Pekovic with the screen for Miller. Kicks to Jang, the 10-footer. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnovers that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
So it's Minnesota now. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Puts up the baby hook and off the front iron, and in it goes. Jang's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here is Landry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot clock at 6. That is good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Miller against Thompson. Now here's Wiggins. Defense right on him. Shot on the wing. Pekovic slams it home for the putback.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Out left to the wing. Landry against Jang. And Noel kicks to Grant. It's tipped. Stolen by Rubio. Fast break, Minnesota. Rubio's got the ball. Here's Wiggins. It's deflected. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Thompson kicks to Landry. Knocked loose. The dish now to Noel. Fader on the way. Minnesota with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Wiggins against Landry. And Thompson kicks to Landry. Lets it go with a three. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The 76ers on top. They lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Taj Gibson is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Okafor. Then there's Bradley. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. 8 feet away, and the shot is long.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Rubio misses. It's stolen by Garnett. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. Garnett's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's Bradley. Garnett grabs the board.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Rubio against Bradley. And it's Martin penetrating. The score now all even.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Philadelphia's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Here's Okafor, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Okafor's got 6 points.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
That doesn't go either for Martin. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Smith. Feeds it to Gibson. To the paint. Here's Covington. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And it's a 3-point 76ers lead. Garnett outside. He kicks to Martin. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. He has 7.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
Bradley dishes to Okafor. Soft touch off the glass. Okafor's got 8 points.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Now here's Towns. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And then how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he wasn't the intimidator.
For Minnesota, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score. Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the Sixers pick up 2.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Okafor. He's got 10. Tipped away. Gibson passes to Brantley. Can't get it to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Martin wide open. He fires. Rebound by Smith. For Philadelphia, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Brantley kicks to Okafor. To the right side. And here's Covington from the arc. And that one's good. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
They set the pick. Levine, good.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. For 3, Covington has it. It's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 5 assists tonight.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why. I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here's Gibson. Okafor in the post.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Kevin Garnett. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Kevin Martin. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Timberwolves trail by 3. Miller dishes to Zhang. Wiggins against Grant. Zhang a screen. Wiggins kicks to Pekovic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Pekovic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. And Noel kicks to Okafor. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And here is Grant, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. There's a screen by Noel. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Misses the wing J. Minnesota in the lead. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Here's Okafor following the basket by Andre Miller. Okafor kicks to Noel. Hits the front of the rim and out. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Jang, a screen. Miller, the pass to Dang. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Got a piece of it. 1:56 left in the first half of the game. Grant dishes to Okafor. They double him with Wiggins. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Landers checked in. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. Thompson for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Wiggins has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
No good. Some solid defense from Grant.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Out to the right wing. Five on the clock. Thompson for the triple. And that one's good. Thompson's got 8.
And it's been an exciting game. Both teams really fighting this one out.
And I tell you what, a recycle bin full of lead changes. It's been a game of major runs so far.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 9. Levine can't capitalize on the good pick.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Thompson with the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Wiggins drives in. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. It's blocked. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Noel, a screen on Pekovic. Grant kicks to Landry. 76ers moving the ball around. Noel down low. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. 76ers lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm here with Kevin Garnett. And Kevin, how does this team navigate the ups and downs and pressure to come out and win games like this one that you're in the middle of here tonight?
Nothing's easy. We do it together. We don't do it individually. And when we do, we look bad. But when we do it together, we look pretty darn good.
KG, thank you for the time. Guys, he's always preaching team.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 13 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he's squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
On the court for Minnesota, Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Levine in at the point guard. Three-pointer, Martin, and he gets the bucket. Martin's got the first field goal of the second half for the Timberwolves.
And guys, one of the most beautiful things to watch in the NBA, when Kevin Martin gets hot with the jumper. I mean, there are guys with range, and there are guys who dial it up from a different area code. But Kevin Martin, he sends it home literally from another planet.
And for Kevin Martin last season, it was a struggle, Clark. He played only 39 games, but he still averaged 20 points and hit almost 40% from three-point land.
Kevin, it's just a matter of health with him. You know if he's healthy, he's going to put the ball in the basket. He gets to the line too well. He's an excellent three-point shooter and driver, but he's slight of frame, and injuries have been his nemesis recently.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pekovic is checked in. Both free throws good from Okafor. Minnesota with the ball. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Pekovic with a screen. Garnett goes in, and the layup's good off the glass. Garnett's got 6 points. The 76ers trailing. Smith up top. Gibson setting the pick for Smith to the middle, off the pick, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Some hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Now here's Okafor, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Now here's Martin. 10 points for him in the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. Philadelphia on D. Here's the screen. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Levine. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Smith, the pass to Okafor.
Oh! And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Now here's Okafor after the miss from Ricky Rubio. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Okafor. Okafor's got 3 assists tonight.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Now here's Rubio. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley.
And looking at some numbers for Martin, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he leads the way for them in the scoring department.
Always looking for a crease in the defense, poking, prodding, and manufacturing points.
Now here's Wiggins. 11 points in the game.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Bradley. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Timberwolves trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
And on the subject of Pekovic, last season was another difficult step back for him physically. At some point, one wonders if his whole career becomes in jeopardy. It just takes so much effort to keep coming back.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Okafor, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And, guys, I, for one, can relate to what Pekovic is going through. I mean, it's not easy as a big man to get those injuries to your leg. I mean, you're carrying a lot of weight and force around. I mean, let's hope Nikola finds a little more luck going forward as far as the injuries. And what a game for Okafor. He has 17 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
And that's a great number, Clark, and that's one that he's worked extremely hard to earn.
Now here's Garnett. 6 points for him. The pass to Wiggins. And Okafor with the block. Smith dishes to Okafor. Poked away. It's stolen by Martin. Pass to Wiggins. Rebound by the 76ers.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Okafor kicks to Covington. Hits the three-point bomb. Covington's got 16.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
They get it back. Martin for 3. Here's Pekovic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Pekovic has got 4 this quarter. The 76ers leading by 5. Smith right side. He dishes it to Gibson. And slammed in for 2.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the 76ers. Corky Dangs checked in for Minnesota.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Covington with the bucket.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Rubio against Smith. Outside Martin. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Smith against Rubio. Smith the pass to Bradley. Right wing. Noel down low. He's against Jang. Scooped up. Kicks it out to Bradley. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now here is Martin. 12 points for him. At the elbow, Pekovic. Here's Wiggins. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
And Okafor slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Minnesota calls timeout. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season he looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
Good. The 76ers leading by 8. Dishes to Grant. On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Miller. Wiggins against Grant. Shot clock at 5. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebound, Minnesota. Zhang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Well, every team goes into the draft looking for finishers like these. Here are the most efficient scorers among this year's rookie class. Jahlil Okafor on top. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
You know, for the season so far, their efficiency really off the charts, guys. I mean, great shot selection, excellent composure as well. I mean, you really can't tell that these guys are rookies.
And for Gorgie Zhang, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor, but I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
Now, here is Landry. Such a wide-open look. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
It's deflected. Fades away. Rebound collected by Levine.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor. You know, on the topic of Zhang, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
Here's Noel, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And talking about Gorgie Zhang, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in the game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky's single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Now here's Noel, and that one is hammered home.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Miller dishes to Wiggins. Here's Towns. The shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Here's Miller. Philadelphia able to drain the 3 to the left wing. Here's Levine, and the rejection by Noel.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Towns with the steal. It's tipped. Stolen by Grant. And here is Landry. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers ahead. They lead by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And so here is Philadelphia. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. Robert Covington out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Smith. Then there's Okafor. And it's Bradley in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And great effort on the boards. And what a mean talk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Towns wide open. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with. No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Here's Levine after the Sixers pick up 2. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. They get it back. Here's Towns. Here's Garnett. Towns with the steal. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Here's Rubio. Rebound by the 76ers. Okafor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Covington kicks to Okafor. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Okafor's got 14 points now in the second half.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Now here's Garnett. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Rubio the pass to Garnett. That's a 2 from Martin. Here's Towns. Misses from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Okafor. Minnesota with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Back to Rubio. With some arc. That's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the 76ers call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And the second free throw, good. And the Timberwolves call time here.
And the Executive of the Year award is an honor. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Here's Levine. Here's the 3. That drops.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Smith against Rubio. Shot from 12. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Towns. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Well, luckily they've got some really solid backup. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
The first one falls. Both free throws good for Okafor.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. That's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
Here's Levine, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. And Philadelphia has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pulls up on the wing, and it's Okafor. That time on an assist by Smith. 31 points for Jahlil Okafor.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pekovic with a screen on Bradley. And it's Martin penetrating. No good from 11 feet.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Bradley with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Bradley kicks to Okafor. Inside. Gibson dishes to Okafor. And here's Covington from the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Now, here's Rubio. Pekovic with a screen. Here's Levine. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 7th assist in the game.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Rubio against Smith. 76ers moving the ball around. Levine passes to Rubio. Pekovic with a screen, and Rubio kicks to Martin. Clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Covington, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Covington's got 5 points now in the quarter. Timberwolves trail by 15. Pekovic with a screen. The feed to Levine. Left side, Martin. And it's Martin again missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Bradley can't get it to go.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Philadelphia leading by 13. Smith dishes to Gibson. Picked by Okafor. And Gibson kicks to Okafor. It's Bradley on the wing. Right side Gibson. The 11-footer, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. Here is Rubio. He feeds it to Garnett. Pekovic with a screen. Here's Levine. And another 3 for Minnesota.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Smith kicks to Gibson. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
It's Bradley on the wing. Back to Smith. Okafor inside. Covered by Pekovic. Shot clock at 6. And is back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Wiggins is checked in for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 10. Minnesota calls timeout.
So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Minnesota. Martin goes in over Okafor. And Okafor with the block.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Here's Bradley. Good D by Rubio.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Smith with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And then Okafor slams it in.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Garnett, the screen. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Wiggins outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 19 points.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
The 76ers leading by 12. Bradley drives in. Okafor, the pass to Smith. Picked by Okafor. Smith dishes to Okafor. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Okafor's got 35 in the game.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory. And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
And Gibson kicks to Bradley. Smith the pass to Bradley. The shot misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Wiggins outside. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Now Smith. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Gibson. Okafor sets the pick for Gibson. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. And here's Covington from the arc. Can't get it to go. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Well, getting up over the 30-point barrier is never easy under any circumstances. He tore holes in the defense. They couldn't figure out what to do with it. Every play they ran for him, he executed it nearly perfectly.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.